I don't remember the last time I worked on a project where the client didn't have a mood board or a reference for me. For Tenancy, the client wanted a modern take on dystopian world like The Matrix. For the Universal Studios plus Blumhouse ad campaign that I worked on, the client wanted to stay very true to their Blumhouse Pictures look. So today I want to share my thought process behind collecting references, sites that I trust, and where you can download these images in the highest quality possible, and how you can use these references to grade your next project. Before we jump in, I want to take a second to thank our sponsor, Qazi's Toolkit. Grading Hollywood looks just got a whole lot easier. Our tools are made for beginners in mind. Each parameter has guardrails, so no matter how much you push it, you're gonna end up with high-end results. Our users cannot stop raving about it. Just look at it for yourself. By clicking the link in the description below, you get free access to the demo or save $200 on QT bundle. So check it out. That said, if you enjoy this type of content, do me a favor, smash the like button, subscribe to the channel, and let's roll the intro. All right, so now we're inside Resolve, and to bring your references inside Resolve, you have to open this tab right here in the color page called Gallery. And usually you will have a Stills tab and you will have a Power Grade tab. You will not have all of these, okay? I've created these. Now, the difference between Stills and Power Grade is that Power Grade lives within your entire database, meaning no matter which project you open up, all these are going to be available there. Whereas Stills, it says no stills created. Why? Because this is specific to a project. So when we create these folders for our specific looks, we're going to be creating power grades. So then they live within the entire database, and no matter which project we're working on, these are going to be readily available under our gallery. Now, the way I break down my still gallery and my references is based on TV shows, movies, and colorists. By having it this way, I can just go Dune. So let's just say if I want to use this as a reference and apply it to this grade, then I can just go, okay, my overall image is looking way too green, and it also has a lot more saturation, because if I go here, look at the saturation of this image, there's a big difference. So then the first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to kill the saturation a little bit. So I'm going to bring it down to something like this. And now we're getting pretty close. And it's already basically getting there. But now we still have to make some changes. So my sky is a little too cyan compared to like this clean sky that I see there. So I'm going to take my gain. I'm focusing on this to that. I'm going to take my gain and I'm going to start cranking it up to something like that. That's looking good. And now I'm going to take my gamma and I'm going to start doing the same thing. I'm basically looking at this mountain to like my image. Let's pull it down a little bit. So even something like that. And then I'm going to take my gain. Something like that. And then let's raise the gain, not too much. Let's keep it somewhere around here. And now if we look at the two images, right? So this is before, this is after, and you saw like how fast we did that, right? And now let's just go full screen. And then if we go back and forth between the two, you can clearly see, even like on our vector scope, like how easily we were able to close the gap. Because if you look at this side to like this, we're pretty close. So by having it broken into movies, like I said, it just makes it so easy to just go in there. Like, let's just say if we take this right here from Euphoria and I go to this shot, then it gets pretty easy for me to go, okay, what's going on? So let's just start with my gain. And I kind of want to have a little bit of this. So I'm like seeing this to that. It's looking pretty good. But then I want to take my gamma And now if we really want to just kind of keep pushing it more to like really get these tones in, like you can start to see how easy it is. Like if we go back and then we go here, like how easy it is to just go from here to like this. And it looks good. It looks really good. Let's just say if I go to this shot, and this is from Everything Everywhere All at Once, and I'm looking at my image, right? And I'm going, I kind of want to bring this like magenta-ish blue into my sky. Then it just becomes very easy to just go here and start dialing it in to something like that. And then bring it up a little bit. And then maybe a little less red in there, right? So even something like this. Okay. So now if I do before and after, you can see how effective this technique is, right? Like if I go here, before, after, and then if we just go to full shot and then go before and after, we might as well be like in one of these structures, right? And then it just cuts to this shot. So that's why I like to break them up into shows, movies, and certain colorists. So here's Tom Poole. I would also dupe it up too. So like if now, let's just say if I have Euphoria somewhere around here, and then I have shots from Euphoria here as well. So it's cool to just have like multiple tags, if you will. So then it's easier to just find what it is that you're looking for. But here I have Tom Poole, and then this is an Audi commercial that he worked on, and this is just so beautiful and gorgeous, perfect for like creating a nice sunset. And this palette is so beautiful, so gentle, and look how everything is just has so much room to breathe. And I can easily just use this, or his Severance. Like, look at this; it just looks like a photo. And this entire show, the Severance, like gave me that feeling. And having these broken up by colorist and movies, I think is like one of the best way as a colorist. Now, if you are a cinematographer or a general filmmaker, then you can also create categories based on directors and cinematographers. Now, the sites that I'm going to show you here, none of these guys are sponsoring this episode. So I just want to put that out there that all of this is coming from right here. Okay. So these people and these companies I believe in. Lawrence Sher is a good friend of mine, who is the founder of shotdeck.com. And just look at this. You have over 1 million shots to download from. I mean, this thing is incredible. And my favorite feature here is to just click on browse shots. And I usually sort by random. And that just like changes every time when you refresh. And it's probably the best way if you just want to get inspired to just look at what's really going on. If you're working on something that has a lot of exterior shots and you're looking at this and going, holy hell, like this is really cool. You can click on this and you'll see the color palette. It's from a music video by Kendrick Lamar, Element. And you can click here and look at other stills from here, from this music video, or you can see similar stills down here. And that's another just like faster way to kind of see. So see like very similar shot to this shot, but so different because the colors here are so different than this. So maybe you're working on something where the client wants lots of richness in the skin tones, then this might not be it. But because of this feature, similar shots, we found that. And now we can click on it and see what this is. And we can go, oh my God, this looks amazing. Let's find out more about this project. Let's click right here. And then I can sort by most popular. And let's see what kind of shots come up. And actually, this movie looks incredible. So then you can just like go ahead and download whichever stills you want. Another amazing thing about this website is that it will tell you how to watch this film. And if you click on any of the frames, all this data right here are active tags. You can click on it and then just sift through based on that. So this is telling us that it was shot on a film camera, and then you can even see it under format. So film 35 millimeter. So I just know that RE435 is a film camera, and RECam LT and ST are film cameras. But if I didn't know about these cameras, you can always go to format and then see if it's film or digital. And it has that film quality. Like film colors are just so freaking thick, and just like in the bones compared to digital, where you have to do quite a bit of work to like really get that sort of color separation out of your image. It will also give you information about the colorist. So remember how I gather my images by colorist? So you can click on this and then sort by most popular and pick out the best images from a specific colorist. And so there's all these different categories that you can go through. If you really want to simplify this process and this is your day one and it's already getting overwhelming and you're like, bro, just show me something really simple to start with, I would give you three main categories. Break them down, click on media type, break them down by movies and TV can go in one because the gap is already closed. Like those days are gone where you had sitcoms like Friends and Scrubs, and then you had movies like Fight Club and Seven, right? So like that doesn't happen anymore. Now, when you think about shows like Chernobyl, they're as good, if not better, I would argue even better than lots of movies out there. So now the gap is closed. So I would say create a category that will be movies and TV shows, and then have another one for music video and have another one for commercial. So let's just say if I click on music video, because the reason why you want to separate music videos from TV and movies is because music videos are always going to be super out there. So like, look at this, right? This is out there, man. This is crazy. Look at this. It's wild. Let's go through some more examples. So this, wow. Um, let's pull out a few more. So absolutely love this and love her. Let's pick out a few more. It's like the looks that they use is just like, what? Like, look at this. Let's just grab a few more. Kendrick. So like now look at this. Look at the amount of grain that's in this image, the grunge, the red, right? So you need this to pull it up how I was showing you how we match some of the shots to like pull it up next to your image, especially if you're using RGB lighting, and then try to just like use it by using your HSL curves and stuff like that, dial it in. And if you want like a little bit more in-depth tutorial on that, like I can definitely make that happen. Now look at this image. It's grainy as hell. It's lifted. Like look at the blacks are not blacks, they're blue. And it's just everything is breathing. The highlights are well under controlled, and that's what you got, right? Now look at this. Look at the skin tones to the background. I'm pretty sure this is shot on film. I mean, look at the red right here, the green, everything, right? Like how everything pops. Look at the jeans. Like it's just out of control. And then all of a sudden you go from grainy and, something shot on film to like this. And it's just so clean and still has like so much personality. So Matt Osborne graded this music video like one of my favorite looking music videos out there. I mean, it's just so unreal. So you got all these examples from music videos. Now you can just download all of these images, right click and download. All right, so now what I will do is go to movies and TV. And like I said, I will just put them in the same category. You can create different because what happens is that I used to make that mistake all the time. I would just get so caught up and just be like, oh my God, I want to have a category within a category within a category within a category. And then I would just end up with like 28 folders and not remember what is where. So this just makes it really, really freaking simple, right? So like I'm looking at this. This looks freaking delicious. What is this? Tokyo Vice Season 1, Episode 1. Let's do most popular. What do we got going on? Oh, that's a great example of a clean white. So I'm gonna be downloading that. What else? Is there anything else that I like from here? This is an amazing example of a warm palette indoor at night. What else? This is pretty good. This is pretty good. This is pretty good. Okay, so let's just take another great example of the clean white, but we already got one, so we're good there. We got the warm palette too, so we're good there. We don't necessarily need that. Now, that's not a... What else? Does anything else jump? I mean, this is like mostly through lighting, to be honest with you. Okay, so let's just say good. We got a couple images from there. So now let's go back and look at what we got. Oh my God. I mean, this show, I want to go to season 3, and we can even do episode 1 from season 3 and then do most popular. And just like, look at this, right? Like, are you kidding me? So this I love. I'm going to save that. This I love. And it's very true because like in the train, especially in Chicago, you have like these dingy fluorescent green lights. Look at this. Like, this is just incredible. Then let's just find something when it comes to the interior shots, especially these shots. So if you're working on something with food, now you know what like clean white looks like in that environment. This is pretty good. So now we got these, right? So, I mean, you're seeing like how far shows have come that out of all of these random images, I went straight to like 2 that were TV shows. I already have Dune, so I'm not going to download anything from Dune. But if we keep going down, what else? So, like, you have all these different examples to choose from. And then whatever you catches your eye, just go in there and do a little bit more digging. So, like, this is Fallen Angels, absolutely one of the craziest looking films, and more than just like color grading, it's the cinematography. Let's just say that we're happy. We got some shots for movies and TV shows. All right, so now I want to show you a site where you can download commercial stills from, and you can do commercials here as well, but I think it's just kind of limited. So as you can see, we have 19,000, almost 20,000 versus like 8,700. So I also like the way it's just kind of broken up too. The only thing that I don't like is every time you go back, it just takes you all the way to the top and then it randomizes it every time. So then, like, let's just say if you like something here and you wanted to come back and look at this one, well, it's gone. Now it's like randomized and it just takes you to the top. So I think that's like something that they need to work on. But this is super, super important when you're working on commercials, because what you learn is that the look pretty much stays the same in the similar vertical. So like if you're talking about athletic clothing, so Adidas and Nike are going to look very similar. Okay. IKEA and another furniture store like brand is going to look very similar. H&M and another clothing brand that is like, Forever 21 or something that is on the same caliber is going to look very similar. So then what you can do is you can just go, okay, IKEA, and click here and go to, this commercial, which by the way looks stunning. looks beautiful. So you can just like look at these images and go, wow, okay, I want to grab some stills. You can just click right here and then do download. Nike is always going to have a little bit of like a rough urban vibe, and so will ADIDAS. And we can see it right here. If I click on it and hit spacebar and just look at that, like how it has like these crushed shadows and then super saturated skin tones. And then, the white is not even white, like it's like a cyanish white, but it just creates like a really cool look. If we go to something like a car commercial, it's going to be probably pretty clean. Car commercials are always like just very close to Rec 709 most of the time. Why? One of the main reasons is because they want to keep the color of the car proper and the interior color as good as or as close to realistic as possible. And now this is Versace, so it's going to be pretty out there. And as you can see, right, like colorful skin tones pop, background pops, everything is warm, so it looks great. And they're not necessarily caring too much about like, the same exact hue, right? Like of the sky. Like look at this, like how this is like purplish blue. This is like tealish blue. It's fine. It's fine, right? Like they're just having fun with it. This is like a warmer blue. But overall, it has a really good vibe. And the reason why you want to grab these stills from commercials is because commercials are very different still, I feel like, than music videos and movies and TV shows. So for now, I would just have like the same, one folder called commercials and just like dump 8, 10 different shots in there. But eventually I would break them up into automotive, fashion, home. I would have like department stores like Target, Walmart, stuff like that. So I would break it up like that. In order to bring them in, you can just like right click and say add power grade album. So now we have that here. I can just double click on it and I can say movies, TV shows, right? And if I just do that, and then if I go here and if I just create a new one and I call it music video, and then go back here, grab all the music videos like right here, and then just drop them in there, say move. So all the movies and TV shows are right here now, and then music videos are right here. So there you have it. If you found this video helpful, please do me a favor, smash the like button, subscribe to the channel, share this video with friends so we can grow this community together. If you have any specific video ideas, drop a comment below. And please do not forget to check out the link in the description where you can download the demo for the toolkit or save $200 if you decide to buy the QT bundle. Thanks for watching. Love you, fam. I'll see you in the next one.